It's the way that I made a whole little Halloween setup. I had a whole little October intro, and I literally only posted one video this month. Hey everyone, it's itsAllyana and welcome back to my channel. Whoa, my nose. My allergies are really kicking my butt. So recently I saw an artist here on YouTube make a custom Coraline doll, and I thought that would be like the perfect video for Halloween. Halloween is literally tomorrow. I'm hoping I get this video up at least by tomorrow so I can use my little Halloween intro, my Halloween intro. Let's see it again. I thought this would be like really overwhelming and I was gonna get stressed out, but this turned out to be a really fun project. I started by using some wire that I just got from Walmart. It was like in the jewelry making section, and I just started making. I'm sorry if I sniffle. So I did this on a gloomy day while watching Coraline. Like, the vibes were immaculate, but I just started by taking some jewelry wire. I made a little head, a little torso, little legs, little arms, but I just wrapped my wire around whatever I was making just to give it some durability, some strength, some structure. You know what I mean? Once I had the whole wire body all wrapped up and sturdy, I started to wrap it up in some tin foil. The tin foil kept coming off. I had to keep wrapping it. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I've never made a clay sculpture before, so I was just kind of winging it this whole time. But honestly, it worked out. So like I mentioned earlier, I was watching Coraline while I did this, so I was able to see, you know, her head shape and try to mimic it with my tin foil. I just tried to really bulk it up and get something that kind of resembled her shape. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but I did the best that I could do. I thought this whole thing was going to be really overwhelming because I tried to make a clay sculpture before. That's why I have this clay. And I was just really overwhelmed, and I just put the whole thing back into the box and just never thought about it. But today I'll be using that clay that I had left over from that failed project. So in the beginning, I really struggled trying to manipulate the clay. As you can see, I was blow drying my water bottle to try to heat it up to roll out the clay easier. I didn't have the proper tools for this, so I was kind of struggling. But I was just making some little pieces, like flat pieces, to cover up the whole tin foil head before actually starting to sculpt out the facial features. And once I had everything covered in clay, I even made a little neck. I started to build up the clay in like the chin and the jaw area, and I started adding to like the cheekbones and the forehead. So I didn't draw out a sketch of what I wanted my doll to look like beforehand because honestly I didn't think I would be able to draw something out and then copy it in clay. So I just scratched that and just went straight for the clay. And the nose, honestly, it was a little bit of a struggle, I won't even lie. At one point I literally just ripped off the nose and started all over. The clay was a little hard to manipulate. It did get softer as I played with it more, but it was still really hard to work with. So I'm interested in trying like a different brand of clay in the future just to see how it compares to this one. But in the end, the nose came out pretty cute. I'm happy with how it turned out. Oh, and if any of you guys have any experience working with clay and you have a brand you recommend, leave that down below because I really want to check those out. So the lips were another struggle for me. They were looking very pouty, very fish-like, very much like a botched lip injection situation. I just couldn't get it right. Like I kept going back to them and trying to fix them, and then it would get worse. Then I'd have to fix my mistake, and then it was a mess. It was a mess. In the end, they didn't even come out like perfectly how I wanted them to look, but like I just had to leave it alone because it was just getting worse. That's what I found out about this whole thing is like once I start doing too much to it and like really trying to fix it, it just becomes worse. And then like I just, you know. After getting the lips to look somewhat decent, I just started to smooth everything out and add clay in areas that I feel like it needed a little bit more structure, like a more defined look, you know, like the cheekbones, the forehead, and I think I even added in the chin a little bit more. But I really just tried to smooth everything out and like smooth out fingerprints and little nicks in the clay. But I couldn't get it completely smooth, but it was fine. And I, of course, went in and added those big protruding ears that all the little Coraline dolls have in the animation. Okay, so I just finished putting the ears on. This looks nothing like me, but this was really, really fun to do. So I'm excited to get in the oven and paint it. I couldn't really get it super smooth. It was really hard to get smooth, but I did the best that I could. And that's all that matters, okay? But now I'm gonna put this in the oven. Oh my gosh, this looks so creepy.
What the hell is that? What is it?
So I put my little Coraline doll in the oven once everything was done. The instructions on the box say 15 minutes per every like quarter inch of a, what? For every quarter inch of clay. That makes sense. I ended up putting it in there for like an hour. It started to crack in some places. Her ear fell off. I don't know. So the next day, I think, or maybe that same night, I don't remember, but I started to paint her. I just mixed some regular cheap craft paint from Walmart until I got like a similar color to me. So after getting the skin color on, I just started to mix a little bit of red in to start blushing like the nose, the cheekbones, the ears. It was honestly really fun like blending it all together and getting it to look nice and cute. way too much time on the eyebrows. I was trying to get them symmetrical, and then when I really looked at it, they were like not even close. And for the eyes, I wanted it to look like she actually had them sewn onto her head. So I actually put some thread through the little buttonholes or whatever.
And I was kind of debating putting some little lashes on them. Like, I don't know. Is that ridiculous? We don't know.
At first, I tried to glue them on with hot glue, and like that didn't work at all. So then I tried E6000 glue. That also didn't work. Like, they ended up falling off later that day. So in some of these clips, she'll have eyes, and then some of them she won't have eyes, and that's why. So she's really coming together now, but now it's time to give her a little body. I started just by tracing out her body on some paper to make a little template. I sewed it, left a little opening at the top, and then I made a cut down the back of her little body just to make it easier to put like the wires inside. I ended up realizing that like it just didn't look right.
No. This doesn't even look correct.
So I redid it. I made her a little bit thicker, and I just stuffed her up. Honestly, I don't know why this was so hard for me, but I kind of struggled a little bit. Like, I don't understand, like, you're just stuffing cotton into a casing. But anyways, so then I just sewed the opening shut. Also, is the lighting too bright? Like, I really don't know what's happening here. And now the most exciting part. I've been looking forward to this part of this whole process the most, but it's time to make some cute little clothes. This was so fun for me because when I was younger, I would literally spend my weekends making little doll clothes, and I just had like the most fun. And I didn't really film much of what I did. I just made some little pattern pieces using the pattern that I made for her body. I was just having a grand old time. I just used some fabric that I had. I used the fabric that I used in my bucket hat tutorial to make a little coat. Like, I just had the time of my life making some little doll clothes. Now for the hair, I used some passion twist hair. If you do protective styles, you may know what this is. I got it from the beauty supply store. I just took some hot glue. Even though hot glue failed me multiple times, I still decided to give it a chance with this. And it actually worked. It was really bulky, but like, it's okay. Literally just went through with individual curls and hot glued them on to the back of her head. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. Like, I was really just winging it, but it ended up working out, except for the fact that at the end she just had this giant patch of glue at the top of her head, and I didn't know what to do at that point, so I just slapped a headband on and called it a day. So it's now time for me to show you the end result of my little custom Coraline doll. Give me a second. Are you ready? Like, just imagine the Coraline theme song. But isn't she so cute? Like, tell me she's not the cutest little Coraline doll you've ever seen in your life. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the coolest and cutest and hippest Coraline doll you have ever laid your eyes on. Like, don't even try to lie to me right now. But look at her little outfit. I tried to make her some little bell-bottom jeans. Like, see in the back, they're like, I can flip them around, really get cool with it, you know? She has a cute little turtleneck on. This trench coat thing was actually really fun to make, so maybe I might try to make that in an upcoming video, like a trench coat for myself. Like, I feel like that could be fun. Like, she's literally so cute. She has curls. She's cuter than me, I won't even lie. Like, how can I compete with this? Look at these eyebrows. They mean business. But I think she looks so cute, and honestly, this whole process was literally so much fun. If you guys enjoyed today's video, might as well give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing more of my videos, go ahead and subscribe. I mean, it only makes sense. But me and my little Coraline doll will see you guys in the next one. Bye!